Shot caught, and the Melbourne Bulldogs are 6A state champs.
Today, it's about teamwork.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski, and if I seem somber, well, it's because tonight I am somber. The four women that I have here in studio tonight, the four women, I have watched them play softball now going on, covering them for 4 solid years, and in a very short time, all 4 of them are going to be going off to college, but they certainly have made their mark here in Brevard County, and not only have they absolutely, done their thing on the field, but they've also done it off the field as well. So let me just bring them in and introduce them from left to right on your camera screen. Kylah Berry, Nevaeh Loveridge, Turner and Sofia Valcourt, the Melbourne Four, I call you, the seniors. Ladies, first of all, congratulations. I know you're all leaving. Kylah, we're going to start with you on the end here. All right, so you're going to James Madison. When do you leave, and are you ready?
I leave on August 18th.
Pull that mic a little closer.
Yep. I leave on August 18th, and I am very excited to go.
Okay, so you're ready to go, ready to rock. You ready to pack the car and head up.
Yep.
Harrisonburg, Virginia is where you're going, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Nevaeh, Keiser, pull that mic over. Keiser, are you ready to go?
I'm so excited to go. I moved down on the 22nd of August. So I have a little more time, but I'm so excited.
And all of you are going to be, well, I'll ask that question. Allie, go ahead and take the mic. You are going to Belmont.
I am.
Belmont's in where?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Ooh, the land of country music.
Yes.
When do you go?
I leave August 18th as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Sophia, FAMU.
Sure.
FAMU, as I call FAMU.
It's FAMU.
I know. All right. When do you leave?
I leave August 15th, and I'm also very excited.
Wow.
I leave before everyone.
Yeah. Are any of you, and you can take this, what have you had to do to get ready to go? I mean, this has got to be, wow.
Yeah. I have a team builder
You can
app.
pull that over, yeah.
I have a team builder app that my coach assigned to us, who we talk with our athletic trainer, and we get workouts 3 times a week. We get the weekends off, and then I've also just been out hitting in my front yard. Me and Nevaeh went this morning to go out to Flutie Fields. And
Still working out.
Yeah, still working out. No days off.
No days off.
It's crazy. Sophia, you're going up to Tallahassee, right? You ladies have, I can't think of 4 other seniors that are going out the way you are. Last time I knew 4 seniors going out like this was in 2016. Now, I know there have been state champions, since then in Brevard County in sports. But what I mean by this is, stop and think about it. You last year probably suffered one of the toughest losses anybody will ever suffer. You come back this year, you win a state championship to cap off this career. How special was it to come back and win a state championship this year after last year? Let's talk about it.
Well, first of all, last pitch, after Allie caught that line drive, we all automatically ran into the circle, and it was kind of like, I'm getting the chills talking about it now, because we played together for so long, and obviously this is our dream. It was our dream, and we were able to experience that together. So it was really cool being able to do that with all of my really good friends.
Kylah, you transferred over this year to Melbourne. What was it like to come there and realize the dream of winning a state championship?
Oh, it was great. It's one of the best feelings ever to just especially play with these girls, and we got along so well right from the beginning. So it was like, it always felt like my team forever. So I was so happy for everyone to get the state champion with me. So
Unbelievable. I mean, it's just great. And you all had quite the decision to make there through the playoffs, right? Because graduation hit. I remember, and I got to talk to you on this one, right, Sophia? Because I remember talking to you. Where were we? Bartow, right? Talking to you at Bartow. Man, that's a tough decision to graduate, walk across that stage. Tell me how did you deal with that?
So
Go
when
ahead.
I
You
found
gotta
out,
talk, yep.
When I found out like the date of, we had already known the date of graduation.
Right.
So when I found out the date that we were playing that Friday, I really had to like sit down and like the pros and not pros and cons list, because like it's so hard for me because like I
Right.
love softball just as much as like my academics and stuff
Right.
like that. But I really had to just like take time out of like my day and literally think like, do I want to play in like the regional final or do I want to go to graduation? And honestly, like up until like the very last minute, like even the night before, I was like questioning like, did I make the right decision like by going to graduation and all that? And I don't regret it because like I did IB for 4 years and like I just had like such like a rigorous academic journey
Sure.
that I wanted to like live my graduation. Like, I
Absolutely.
wanted to receive like the recognition for it. And it ended up working out because like at graduation, Dr. Kirk, who was our principal, he applauded everyone, even though like they were not there. He was like, and give it up for like the state champions of 2022.
Right.
Well, he didn't say that.
Right,
but, like,
right. Yeah, I got you. I
know what
got
I
you.
mean.
Right.
The assumed to be
Kirk's
champions.
good, but he didn't have that forethought yet, right?
So I stood up like on all of our behalf, and like I got the round of applause, and they live streamed it. So he mentioned their names, he did it all. So like
That's
I think
awesome.
he really approached it really well, and I didn't have any regrets.
What a gut! You know, they say when you get into college and you become adults, that decision-making process is not easy.
No.
Boy, what a gut-wrenching one that was! Right from Jump Street, you all got that. All right, so here's the next question I want to know. And what I don't want to hear is it's a family. I really like the community.
Okay.
I don't want to hear all that, all right? Start with you, Allie.
Okay.
Why did you choose Belmont? Go ahead. You make sure you grab those mics.
Okay, I chose Belmont because it was a school where I could get the academic major that I wanted, because I wanted to go into like media and like film and television, and
I
it's
can
a
see
very
that.
like music based like school. So I chose that because I'm going to study creative entertainment industry, so I'm going to work in like the entertainment field somewhere, but I also wanted to continue to play the sport that I love for 4 more years and get like into the school with some kind of like scholarship for it.
Right.
So I was like, best of both worlds, like I get to play, and like they had a really good season last season. They went like 33-17.
Yeah, they did.
And then they lost in their like conference championship against Murray State, but we're both moving, like us and Murray State, from Ohio Valley Conference to Missouri Valley Conference this year, so I feel like it's going to be like the same thing, like really tough.
While you have the mic, I want to ask you this question. What's it like to be a Turner at Melbourne?
I love it.
Don't lie. No, I'm just kidding.
Like this past year, we've had like one Turner in each grade. So
Right.
like me, my cousins, and my sister, we were all like it was just so fun because we all like created a bond with like also all of our teachers knew who we were. So like we like created a stronger bond through that and just saw each other every day.
And they're all PDG on the field. If you don't know what that means, pretty damn good student athletes out there as well. Nevaeh, Keiser, why Keiser? And go ahead, I'll ask this question next.
Well, as a lot of people know, I love South Florida. So for like the most of
Yeah,
summer,
we're going to talk about that.
most of summer, I've been down in Miami living, but Kaiser's actually in West Palm, so it's like right in the middle, and I love it. It's not too far from home. It's only an hour and a half, but it's like a complete culture change with everything down there. And for the coach, unfortunately, she got fired this summer, but
Did that change your mind at all?
Honestly, it kind of motivated me because now everyone's going in with a fresh plate instead of
Right.
the coach having like favorites that are like returning
Preconceived,
players.
yeah.
Like everyone has a fresh plate. So the new coach, his name's John Pryor. He's coming from Florida National University, which is down in Miami. and he had a good record. It was like 47-17 or something down there. I don't remember.
So you're excited then?
Yeah, so he's a really good coach, and I just love him, and I love all the players already. You know, like we have a bond and stuff, and I'm just really excited to go in. Like fresh plate, everything is just gonna be interesting.
Now you. If I this is like my crystal ball here, this
I know,
lava
you
lamp,
do
right?
that.
But I always put my hands on it and I go, If I had to predict the future for you, I would say it would not shock me if in 5 years I saw you in magazines or I saw you in advertising, on television, or modeling, or doing
got some
some
wood around here.
or something like that. Something like that. What is it that you want to do? Because you're already very successful at it.
Right, so I don't know if everyone on the live stream, or not live stream, but in the video knows,
Right.
I modeled down in Miami, and I love it so much, and I love the industry, and it's all tough, you know. It's very competitive, which is something that I'm obviously into with the sport of softball. But I don't know. I'm majoring in business for school, and then after I graduate, I'm gonna get my real estate license, which is really good also down in South Florida.
You're not kidding. You're never coming back to Brevard, are you?
So I'm super excited about that, but I'm just excited to see where it takes me. You know, the opportunities, they won't be here forever. So I'm really just taking them to my advantage right now.
Very
I'm
cool.
young. I just want to live.
I don't blame you. I
whatever.
wish I were you. I mean, that's awesome.
I mean, you can get into it, I'm sure, Alan.
Oh yeah, no. I think I'm a little past my prime. What do you say?
There's a market for everything.
I don't know, maybe my hands, right? Hand model. Kylah, you know, I almost called you Addie. Isn't that weird? Because it's crazy, right? I mean, a couple of years ago, I never would have thought that. But Kylah, why was James Madison is in the middle of nowhere, first of all.
Yeah.
If anybody doesn't know, you better learn how to ski.
Yeah.
Okay, I think, Snowshoe is right there, I
Yeah,
think?
we have a giant ski resort that's
Yeah,
like
it's
30
cool,
minutes
though.
from campus. Yeah.
Why James Madison?
A lot of reasons. I actually went up there to tour a few schools, and I ended up touring James Madison because it's right next to where my uncle lives.
Right?
And I just love the like colonial style of
Yep.
all the buildings and stuff. It was just a beautiful campus. And then like a few weeks later, I got a call from James Madison, from the coach, and she was just like, "Hey, we're interested in you. We'd love for you like to send some tape, keep us in touch about your schedule." And I was just like, "Well, this is perfect. I just went to your campus and I loved it. So this is like great that you're calling me." And I don't know, like everything
It's
just
a perfect
worked out.
fit.
Yeah, like the coach, I love all the coaches so much. I know a player that's already on the team, so it was like I'm not going in there without knowing anyone.
Right.
All the girls I've met so far have been great. Like it was just like such a perfect fit for me.
That's a cool campus. I lived in Harrisonburg, Virginia for 6 months on a stop on my way to the Carolinas. I was having a house built, and so I was managing a store there, doing some training. And although I wouldn't live there forever,
No,
okay, yeah,
but-
I mean, because everything shuts down literally at 8 o'clock. But it was a good place to stop and recharge my batteries for 6 months, and I think you'll really enjoy it there.
Yeah.
But you better learn how to ski. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it. It gets cold there.
Yeah.
When I think of FAMU and a lot of the alumni that I know from FAMU, your personality really seems to fit. The very energetic, the in always, doing something, just positive vibes. I've never met anybody from FAMU, A, that didn't love it, okay, and B, still aren't involved with FAMU in some sort of way. Tell me why you chose FAMU.
I mean, that was like part of like the thing, like for example, like this Saturday in Cocoa, they're having like a little like Rattler send off.
Right.
It's like alumni from like past years, and it's just like make connections and like be like, a part of the family. They call it the family.
Right.
It's pretty interesting.
I'm sure DeMayo will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be there. I know him.
So I was super excited because like they have one of the best pharmacy programs in the country, and I'm
Okay.
going to study pharmaceutical science. So I already like wanted to go there for that, and I just got like the perk of playing softball on the side. So everything just kind of aligned for me, and it was like a no-brainer for me to go to FAMU. Like I'm like super excited for it, and like that community. I know you said you didn't want to hear talk about it.
No, I know, but there's a but that is it.
Yeah, like that's like what FAMU is.
That is what FAMU is.
Everyone is just so nice on campus. Like you don't even know the students, obviously, because like it's your first time on campus, and they just greet you with like hello, like good morning, and like it's just so inviting and welcoming. And plus, I personally don't like bigger schools like an FSU,
right?
But I have all the perks of having FSU right next door.
Right. You know, you're absolutely right. Tallahassee is a college town through and through. There's no doubt about that. All right, let's go back. And I know you all were other places freshman year and different things like that. But so let's reflect a little bit. Allie, let's start with you.
Yeah.
Man, this journey has happened so fast. As you look back on your high school career, and obviously the state championship is the culmination, the highlight of everything. But as you look back on your high school career, what are some of your personal highlights? When you think of Allie Turner, Melbourne High, what are one or two things that immediately pop into your head?
Oh, let's think. I guess just
Bombs.
Yeah, like every time I hit like a home run at practice over that Mel field, since it's like larger than normal, I like just felt so like proud of myself. But like I wouldn't let it get to my head, and like I don't necessarily remember all of the good things in my game, just like I don't remember all the bad things, because like I can't do that or else I'm gonna dwell on it. But like I would just say like every single win I've had like on this team, like with my best friends who I played with since I was like 10, 12 years old, and then coming back to like the last send-off, I remember like making eye contact with Sophia when I was at third and first base in the last inning. We had like one out, and I was like, oh yeah, we got it. We were like literally like smiling hard. Yeah, we just knew it was happening, and it was just like came full circle because like I played with Nadia English at Holy Trinity for 3 years too, so it's just like with her at shortstop.
When did it hit you all? Like it couldn't have hit you that day. Because you know, even as a guy that covered you ladies, it didn't hit me that day. I guess for like the rest of the community, it may have been a couple of days later where it sunk in that, my God, they did it. They won a state championship. When did it finally hit you? And maybe you had your moment where you cried, or you had your moment where you did your thing, whatever it was. When was that for each of you? Anybody can take that.
For me?
Okay,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was very confident in the team from the beginning of the season. You know, like Alan was talking about, we were coming off of one of the worst losses I've ever experienced, ever. It was terrible. So we're coming off of that, and honestly, we were all just very mad. And we were like, we got it this year. This is our year. Like, we just had nothing else in our mind. Like, Coach Sullivan, who was one of our amazing coaches on staff for the season, was like, every game, he was like 1 out of 32. And 32, which is including all the postseason games, even the Final Four games, he was like 2 out of 32, like 16 out of 32, like every game. Like, we just had our mind set on the end goal. So when that finally came, I was like, wow, like we're actually here, you know? I was like, oh my gosh, it was a lot. But then afterwards, we all went to Chili's and celebrated, and they all sang to us and all of this crazy stuff, and it was all just like, it was all amazing, honestly. So I think that when it hit me was after Haley Turner hit that triple. Shout out to her. Which is in, like, every postseason game.
Yeah, no, she hit a triple, like, in every postseason game.
That's what is crazy.
in my heart.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, my God, like, this little girl is amazing. I was like, that is Haley Turner right there. But then Sophia scored her, and I was like, wow, I think we're going to win. Because with our defense, you know, Allie got that last out, and I was like, there's no stopping us. It was amazing.
For you, when did it hit you?
I don't even know if it, like, still has fully sunk in.
Right.
Because, like, it's so crazy from moving schools your senior year, which is already, like...
How hard was that?
It wasn't hard at all, though. Like, like I felt like it was just... Yeah, like, going to Melbourne was so easy. Everyone there is, like, so welcoming. Everything's so good. I made friends immediately, so it was, like, really nice going to that school, going on the softball team. And then I get there, and we win a state championship. And, it was just,
No
it's just
thing.
insane. Yeah,
Right. It's like just like JMU for you, it was the destiny part of it all. It's just
Yeah.
it all flowed for you, didn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. How cool was it to have the GWRBI in the state championship game?
Surreal.
Right.
When I hit it, so the previous at bat, I had hit a ball up the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and I had felt it. I was yeah, I can hit this girl. I can do it. And so my next at bat, I was just thinking okay, I just need to get a ball in play because Haley was on third. Anything on the right side, she's fast enough that even if it was in the infield, I'm confident she would have scored. So I was just get bat on ball, she'll make it. And sure enough, first pitch, it was down the middle. I was all right, let me just wait a little on that one, and then poked it to right field. But for me, it didn't hit until right after not even when Allie and I were smiling at each other in the field, and not even on the lines. It was when we were taking pictures and stuff like that, because the commotion and the chaos, everyone's congratulations, you did it, this is it, you've done it, and it's just surreal. I don't think I'll ever experience that feeling again.
Well,
genuinely.
Was there a moment for you, Allie?
I in the last inning when we had 2 outs, I looked up and just scanned the stands, and there were so many more people there than I really thought there would be. And I literally just took it all in because I was I don't know when I'm ever gonna experience this ever again. I'm just gonna
And they were here for us. That's
Right.
the thing. Because in high school, nobody wants to watch softball. It's just not. It's a long game to watch, and I don't blame them. But when everyone is drove an hour and a half to come watch us, that they don't even have girls on the team, it's just such a surreal feeling. There was faculty there were parents of girls that are going to go to Mel High.
There's a few Rockledge softball players that we have played with for a while, and
The microphone.
baseball.
Yep.
The Galley baseball team, some of them were there, and some of the Mel High baseball team, and everyone was there, and it was just really a moment that I've never felt in the community where I felt so supported, because everyone obviously the rivals,
Right.
there's everything, but everyone was rooting for us, and it was just really amazing.
I saw multiple of my teachers there.
Really?
Yeah, they came down.
They're
and
here
said
for us.
hi. Yeah, and they
That's not like we're driving up to Titusville.
yeah,
no.
Let's have
hour and a half drive. And I'm
Yeah.
But personally, I think that seeing the Rockledge girls, the O'Galley people, we weren't just winning a championship for Mel High. We were winning it for Brevard
County.
Everyone wanted to have that pride. You can be oh yeah, this school won a championship for us last year.
Listen, you did something that's only ever been done one other time in Brevard County. Only one other team has ever won a fast pitch state championship in this county. So it's not easy to do. God bless the football teams, and I love them all, but there's 17 state football championships, right? People win state championships, but for some reason, that fast pitch softball state championship is a hard one to get, and there have been some really, really, really good teams from Brevard County that have made it and have not gone there. What would you say is, there's a lot of club softball that goes on, a lot of great coaching in this county. And you mentioned Haley Turner, and I think that club softball is, the student athletes are so young these days and how good they are. You ladies were stacked in that lineup in terms of contributors, and it didn't matter. Well, look at you all. You all have played your entire softball career. So you know what it's like to be a sophomore out there with expectations on your shoulder. There's no doubt. Who are you going to miss the most when you go off to college? That's what I want to know. Whoever wants to start can start, and we'll go in order.
Kylah, you can start.
Now, if you say mom or dad, that's cool. Obviously, you're going to miss your mom or dad. All right, let me rephrase that because I don't want to put any of you on the spot. What will you miss the most about here, Brevard County, when you? So let's do it from that perspective. Because my mom would kick my butt if I said my dad the same way. So I get it. Go ahead.
Yeah, mine would probably still be my family,
Yeah.
all my siblings and stuff. It's definitely funny to go from carpooling your siblings to school and stuff like that, and then I'm just going to be gone, and a lot of them are upset, obviously. I think Addison's not that upset, but that's okay. Yeah, I think it's just gonna, like, we're so close and we're always so busy that we're either with each other all the time or we just never see each other. So
Right.
it's like there's no in between. So it's gonna be like really different just having me completely gone. I know my parents are gonna miss me having
Your
help
dad's a
and
big
stuff.
part,
Yeah.
and your mom's a big part of and you, of all of you. Same. So I can imagine what it's going to be like to wake up that first morning at JMU, Keiser, Belmont, and FAMU, and it's just you. It's got, man, I that is one feeling that I never got to experience because, my mother, and it didn't happen that way for me. I took a different route, but I can only imagine what that must be like. So how about you? What will you miss the most? It don't sound like you're going to miss a lot.
Well, don't get me wrong. I love Melbourne. I love how, like, mellow and chill everything is. Like, I love, like, for example, like, I texted Allie yesterday, and I'm like, you guys want to hang out before the interview? And we're like, yeah, like, let's go hit, And
Right.
it was just, like, so, like, everything's just so chill and laid back here. And that's, I think, my friends, my family, everything, the environment. I don't know. I love it all.
No,
but don't get me wrong. I can't wait to move.
How about you, Allie? What will you miss the most about here?
Of course, I'll miss my family.
Right.
We're always having little, like, dinners together because we all live so close. And it's going to be different not seeing my sister every day and my dogs and my parents. And, like, the same thing Nevaeh said, like, we're always just spontaneously making plans with each other. We're always seeing each other. Like, this whole summer has, like, every time we've all been in town, we've all been hanging out together. And it'll be a change for sure, but we still have Snapchat. We still have, like, FaceTime. So we'll definitely keep in touch. We'll see each other whenever we come home for breaks. And
Yeah, this is a bond that you all have created that you just can't. It's hard to come by a bond like this. How about you?
I think, okay, obviously the family card.
Right.
You have to pull the family card and the friend card, but it's like the familiarity of everything.
Right.
And like you always, like you have like those friends that you're like, oh, I can just make plans with them whenever I want, and like it'll never be an issue. But like now, like you have to like actually go out and make friends because like you're not gonna have these anymore, and like keeping in touch is obviously like a good thing, but it's just like seeing them every day is gonna be like so hard for me personally.
Right.
And like I also like made some like obviously new friends towards the end of the school year, like into the summer. Like we've had classes together and like never became friends until now, and so it's like I wish I had more time with them and obviously my dogs, but
Right.
it is what it
You
is.
have a great relationship with your brother. Mm-hmm. He's awesome. Jose is awesome. And a couple of years ago, and as I'm saying this, you're seeing highlights of it on the screen because I'm going to pull the interview. But I had an opportunity a couple of years ago to interview Jose and Sofia together. This was right before the pandemic, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was a great interview. Jose is an entrepreneur. He does so much. He does. He really does. He got just a great family. All right, so ladies, I just. How about, it's just like I don't want to end this interview, it's like you're not leaving, you're not going. What advice do you have look, you all went through a lot, and that's where it'll end. You all went through a lot together. What advice would you have for the underclassmen you're leaving behind? Not just at Melbourne, okay, because you ladies got this done. So you can offer all the advice. What would you say for recruiting, academics, winning? You did it all. You're all going to college. You won a state championship. You're all very loved in this community. That's quite a trifecta. You don't see that very often, okay? So what advice would you have? Go ahead, Kylah. What would you tell somebody?
I would just say stay focused on your own goals and don't let other people try to stop you or prevent you from completing those goals, and just stay on your own path.
Yeah, just to keep your nut up.
For me, I would say kind of like Kylah said, just don't mind. Focus on the end goal and like what you want, and almost like be selfish. Obviously, we love our friends and everything, but we were all very close this year to just throwing in the towel and being like, we're done. But then we were like, we have a really good chance of winning all this, and it's like keep your mind set on what you want and what like you want your life to be, kind of, and it'll happen as long as you put your mind to it.
Go ahead, Allie.
I say, like, don't lose hope on anything. Like, if things seem to be not working out in your favor, just keep going, and it'll work out. Like, I promise it'll work out. And, like, go to, like, for recruitment, like, go to the camps where you're wanted, and then follow up with multiple emails. Like, bother them. Like, you're going to think you're bothering them and, like, being annoying, but you're not.
I would say this, too. Don't let somebody else do your recruiting for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have, what are your responsibilities? What are your responsibilities as a player in recruiting?
It's your job to perform. It's your job to be seen. It's not your parents' job. Like, yeah, they're going to drive you to where you need to be, but your parents are in your car in the stands. Like, you need to be the one that's going out there and introducing yourself to coaches before camps, so that way they can keep you in the back of their mind. Introducing yourself after isn't going to do anything, because if it's a one-day camp, you're done, right? So things like that, focusing on the emails. Emails is like the biggest thing, like, in the softball world, because as the game grows, the more girls want to go to college to play softball. So you need to be the one that stands out as well in your emails to make sure that you're being seen by the coaches you want to be seen. And it's never too early to start.
And it's also, like, you're sitting at home on the couch eating popcorn, watching a movie. Like, get your butt up and go hit off the tee. Like, I promise it's beneficial. I promise, like, getting the work in on your own and doing all that stuff, like, it's noticed by your coaches and the players around you. And it's honestly always fun to have a competition with yourself and just compete within yourself and say, okay, well, last tournament I went 4 for 8. This tournament I want to go 6 for 8, and just, like, compete with yourself, and you'll succeed.
Well said. Well said. All right. Enough of the somber crap. Let's have some fun. All right. What's the one thing each of you are taking from home that has to go with you? I don't know, stuffed animal, whatever. What is the one thing that you're going to make sure goes in that bag to FAMU, JMU, Keiser, and Belmont?
Oh my God, I can be first.
Go ahead.
Sophia, you start.
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody else go.
I actually really wasn't bringing anything from my room. I was like I wanted kind of a clean slate, but I think. Oh my God.
Nothing, huh?
I don't even think I'm gonna bring anything from my room.
You just gonna start fresh.
Just start fresh.
Create new memories.
Maybe one stuffed animal.
All right, there you go. Which one do you know? Come
I
on.
have a little dog.
All right.
And it's
Here it comes.
And it has a heart-shaped nose
Okay.
and pink ears.
Gotcha.
And it has a shirt that says my name on it.
Send me a
And
picture of that.
I will do
Okay,
that.
you guys send me a picture of that.
So my dad got a custom-made, like, Jeep sign, like, from one of his workers.
Uh-huh.
And he, like, has it hung up in my room just for probably, like, a year, I think. And
Uh-huh.
I just walked in, and it was there, and I was like,
Look at this thing.
from? Yeah. And it's cool because, like, all the softball players, like, at Belmont, majority of them all have Jeeps. So
There you
I'm
go.
like, oh, okay, that fits
That's
in.
that whole perfect fit thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring that with me.
How about you?
Well, first of all, I obviously want to bring photos of, like, my family and stuff, and I'm gonna, like, make, like, a little portrait thing on my wall,
Right.
just so I have them with me. But one thing that I will never be without while I'm sleeping is a fan, because it can be hot while I'm sleeping.
Is it also the noise too? That the humming?
The
or?
noise may help me sleep, but I just need the airflow.
Yeah, there's not a lot in this studio up front here, so she's probably hating this. There's no doubt.
No, but cold air is for me, for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And you're going to South Florida.
Yeah, I'm almost the same as Sophia. I'm not really bringing that much. I would say probably, like, my blankets and my pillows, just because, like, I'm gonna need extra ones. I've already bought more too, so
Right.
my bed's gonna be just pillows and
You're going to be
blankets.
cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love
And
it.
You
It's
will
good.
too. And so will you. It gets cold in Nashville.
I'll be sweating.
Yeah. All right. So here's the other thing. Everybody has a favorite food, right? Have you scouted out where, like what is the thing? Like, if you go out and you're out at night and you come home, on the way home, you got to have this to take home. Do you know where you can already find that, where you're going? And what is it?
Yes. So there's this place in Tallahassee. It's called A-Town Wings.
Okay.
And they are So good. It's like a little local, like mom and pop
Right.
shop for wings, and you can get boneless, you can get bone-in.
What's your
And
favorite?
they have every flavor under the sun. I got what did I get? I think I got like spicy garlic,
Okay.
like medium.
All right.
With like half that and then like half garlic parm, and then they come with seasoned fries.
Okay.
And the fries are just gas. Like everything. The food there
Love
is
it.
delicious.
So you know where to go.
I know where to go.
How about you? Do you know yet?
I've got to go with Chipotle.
right.
I could eat there like. all
You've
the
told me
time.
this before.
All the time.
Chipotle. You got to
Yeah.
find it.
Well, then I second that.
Do you know if there's a Chipotle near Belmont?
I do. There
All right,
is.
she already knows.
There's near Tally too.
How about for you?
Okay, so it depends. If I'm feeling bougie, I need to go with the sushi. There's a
Sushi.
sushi
Right.
spot right up the road. But there's also this place. It's a chain. It's called Wingstop. They have the best wings ever. The best wings.
Yeah.
All
How do you
flats.
like your wings?
All flats, bone in, and they have lemon pepper, and then they have this Hawaiian. Oh my god! And
You
then
love
they
it.
have like the seasoned fries, and they have like the voodoo ones.
And you know where to get that.
It's literally 2 minutes from my campus.
There you go.
Walking distance. But
All right.
Don't walk at night, women.
How about you? Do you know where to go? And what is
She's
it?
so ready for that.
I'm very lucky. Our food court, like our
You have a good one.
cafeteria. Oh my goodness, it's
It
so
is
good.
huge, too.
It's huge. We have like build a burger, they
Yeah.
have like pizza. You can make like a poke bowl. Like
Yes.
it's like insane.
I've been on that campus. I know exactly. Yes, you
Oh
do.
my goodness.
You have if you want like ice cream.
Yeah.
They have every. You can put gummy bears and
They
stuff on.
literally,
Yeah, it's
like,
crazy. JMU's crazy. That's
We're-
crazy.
I'm very lucky with that.
Yes, you are for sure, ladies. I can tell you that. Yeah, we're gonna miss you here in Brevard County. There's no doubt about that. I know we're gonna miss you here at Brevard Sports Network. And you made a comment earlier that I would disagree with you slightly on, and that's about the softball aspect of it, because I can tell you that when I began covering high school sports, it was football, basketball. It was the basics, right? Just to kind of get in with the community, to let them know who we were and how we were doing this. But when I covered my first softball game, I immediately fell in love with the sport, just as I did track and field, and bowling. Okay, covered bowling. I love covering bowling, and a lot of people don't know this, but bowling gets just as many views as any other sport. People love it. So, yes, you ladies made it exciting for us through your 4 years of playing softball and covering you, all of you, from your days. Merritt Island, Rockledge, Holy Trinity, Melbourne, all of it. We were honored to cover you. We were honored to cover your careers. And we're going to miss you, ladies. We really, 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 really are. So, final thoughts?
Kylah?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Look, I actually got tears in my eyes. I mean, this is crazy. Go ahead.
Well, it's been an honor to have you covering us for 4
Yeah.
years.
Well, yeah,
because
no, it's been fun.
You've
Go
been
ahead.
willing to keep up with us.
Absolutely.
And put up with everything.
We would drive to the ends of the earth to cover you ladies. Go ahead.
That's what I had to say.
I want to give a shout out to Alan because obviously in high school sports, it's just high school. It's not like the collegiate level where like you're on TV and everything. But like for me, when I saw Alan at the games, I'm like,
Same.
dang, I gotta ball out. I need
same.
that interview at the end of the game. I need to talk to Alan at the end of the game. So it's kind of like almost like a build up
I
for me.
appreciate
So
that. I do.
think it's really good.
I really do. Go ahead. Final thoughts. Wrap it
Yeah.
up.
Same here. Like, I'm just so thankful for all the years that you've spent out there, like,
Thank
just
you.
filming and putting in all of the time and effort to, like, edit all of our clips and interview all of us. And it just made me feel so special, like, as a high school athlete. And
Well,
I don't
we're gonna
know,
knock
like, anywhere else.
We're
who
gonna
does
knock
that.
this out of the park for you too. We really are. I
Thank
promise.
you.
We
And
are.
thank Caleb as well. 'cause
Yeah,
he's-
Caleb. That's right. That's right. Caleb's always
The
there.
cameras and stuff.
That's right. He is.
Pre-game, I would see him carrying the table. So
Right. Oh yeah. Caleb does all the work.
And I would
There's
be
no
like,
doubt.
no way, we have they're filming us tonight, and like it's just like such like a warm, like fun little feeling because you're like, it's time, like this is it, show up to show out.
No doubt. Well, Caleb, I tell you, it is the end of an era, but they have left a trail. They have blazed the trail for the future of the Melbourne softball program. There is no doubt about that, and not just for the future of the Melbourne softball program, but really have put Brevard County softball, and along with a couple of other programs in this area, the Veers and the Rockledges of the world as well. And I don't leave anybody out intentionally. Blaze the softball. We are back on the softball field. These ladies here, 6A state champs. There is no doubt about that. It was an honor to cover them. Yep. She got their medals. Show their medals there. There they are, no doubt. And it was just a lot of fun. And we'll be giving updates on them. And I tell you what we'll have to do at the end of their freshman year is next year at this time, before they go back to college, we'll bring them all back in here one more time and recap everything. I want to thank Caleb. Of course, I want to thank these great women here today. For Sofia Valcourt, for Allie Turner, for Nevaeh Loveridge, for Kylah, I almost said Allie again, for Kylah Berry. I am Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody, and make it a sport. Shot caught, and the Melbourne Bulldogs are 6A state champs.
Today, it's about teamwork.